You guys like Facebook? Who doesn't like Facebook? You ever seen like a baby picture on Facebook and somebody like underneath clicks that, you know, they like this? I don't like that. That's a little creepy for me. They don't let people in the military do Facebook, which is probably good because they get all their statuses confused. The commander calls from home base, he's like, "Private Schlacter, what's your status?" I'm like, "I'm smiley face." But then I would have to change my status. Frowny face. That's stupid. It's kind of get confusing on military bases on like a sunny day. You know, people, you know, walking around like, you used to look at me or what? At ease! I said at ease. You're like, "I'm sorry, sir. It's very sunny." That's ridiculous, though. That's no way true, because they wear hats in the military. I think that's why they wear hats in the military. Otherwise it'd be very confusing. You guys have heard about these middle school teachers who are getting in trouble for having sex with their students. I don't know how they pick up the students. Are they like, because it's, you know, middle school dirty talk is different from adult dirty talk. They're like, "Hey, you want to get boinked?" That's right, I'm talking about humping, little man. You want to go third base? I don't feel bad about telling that joke. You guys ever get upset at work when somebody like does something simple, just totally wrong? Apparently not. Well, I do. Imagine if you were a fireman, you know, get out there to the scene of the crime, and you're like, "Hey, it's fire. I mean, we should have this under control by this point." It's like the second thing we discovered. It's like, imagine if that happened with wheels. Like just a bunch of wheels get loose, rolling all over the place, called the wheelman. He shows up with a bunch of blocks, puts them down. I don't really know what it means when I stop talking, the laughter comes. I'm more funny looking, I guess, than funny sounding. It's a good thing they wrote ambulance backwards on the front of the ambulance. I think before that people were just looking in the rearview mirror like this. Acting a lumber, my guys, all over me. Go around! Go around! This is not a joke. I saw, well, come on, let's be serious. It is a joke. But this did seriously happen. I saw a "How's my driving" sticker on the back of an ambulance one time. It's like, who is the jerk calling the ambulance company complaining? He's like, yes. Some of your employees passed me today. They were running all the stop signs, tailgating. Who knows which way they wanted to go? All their turn signals were out at the same time. It's ridiculous. I finally let them by, and I see through the back window that two of your other employees are giving the business to some elderly man. That's my formal complaints. I don't know. I'm kind of worried about the future. Just because I don't know how assassins are going to look cool in the future. With lasers? Come on. No, laser doesn't need a silencer. It's like, how is he going to be standing there looking cool, like affixing the silencer? Like, wee, 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 wee. You don't need to cock the laser. What cool stuff are you going to do before you murder somebody in the future? Maybe, like, turn down the volume on your laser. It's like, yeah. But you have to look much cooler than I did. These Chick-fil-A commercials confuse me because the premise is that a cow can hijack a car, parachute, write, but they cannot spell for crap. Am I right? That would be totally unbelievable. It's like, what's that sign misspelled? Oh, a cow wrote it. Of course. Yes. It all makes sense now. I think another thing that makes sense, this wasn't supposed to be a segue, but I'll make it into one, is that, God, when He gives you your birth certificate of sorts, it's a birthmark. He gives it to you at birth, and, you can't lose it. But, I mean, like, having a birth certificate, that's a lot of responsibility to give a little baby. You know, I mean, you come right out of the womb, no pockets at all. I mean, the doctor's like, okay, here you go. You only get one of these. So I'm going to fold that up, tie it around that cord. Just kidding, we're going to cut that off. I was kind of going to pretend to say something and be like, I couldn't agree more, but then I decided to just say, I couldn't agree more. But I hate it when people say I couldn't agree more because, yeah, you could. You totally could. If I was to say, let's go to dinner, and you're like, oh, I couldn't agree more, I'd be like, yes, you could. Because what if I say, let's go to dinner and then eat cupcakes? And then go shoot machine guns? You tell me you don't agree more with that? Is there any other way to get flaged outside of, camouflaged? Is that like the only one? I mean, there's subterfuge, but that's a fuge. I mean, that's totally different. Camouflage, that's the only flage I know of. You guys can email me if you hear of any more. I saw The Fast and the Furious, and they go fast in that movie. For real. But nobody's furious in that movie. Nobody's just like, ah! Not even when they wreck their cars. It should be like fast and, synonym, or not synonym, antonym?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about, really. I was going to say it should be fast and then another word that starts with an F that means kind of the same thing as furious, but is also like cool. Next time I tell you I'm going to end, what do you guys laugh? You think Jack Nicholson does a good impression of everybody else? I think that's actually how he got his job, because, when he's all starting off, you go to auditions and everybody, agents come back to the boss, they're like, all right, so who was good? And he's like, well, there's this one guy who was like, you can't handle the truth. That's as far as my Jack Nicholson impression goes. But it's like everybody does a Jack Nicholson impression, so the agents were able to show their butt. That's stupid. You think about it. How do they abbreviate Monday in Jamaica? That's got to be confusing. It's like, all right, so the meeting's on Friday. Like, all right, see you, man. Like, wait, no, Friday, not Monday. Jeez. That's why nothing ever gets done around there. Think of like a medicine man who's got a medicine cabinet. The litmus test is whether Charles laughs. Oh man, I wish this was litmus paper. That's stupid. That wasn't on the list. I just want to make that clarification. I didn't sit at home and be like, I wish this was litmus paper. They would think that's hilarious. Who likes playing board games? Anybody? Come on. I love playing board games. But tell you what, it's a real pain in the butt playing Sorry with Sitting Bull. I'm like, Sitting Bull, all right? When you land on this spot, you got to say sorry. He's like, that is nowhere near as bad. He's playing Battleship with Chief Joseph of the Nez Perce. I know. Follow me. Because first off, you got to explain the whole concept of battleships and torpedoes. You're like, all right, and this blue plastic, this is the water. And then you got to explain what happens when a torpedo hits battleship. Bleep, bleep. That's sonar. Then once you get through with all that, you're like, all right, Chief Joseph, you have to shoot at my battleship. Those are the rules of the game. Chief Joseph of the Nez Perce. Shoot at my battleship. And he's like, I will fight no more forever. Now you know who Chief Joseph of the Nez Perce is. And to be honest, I was going to tell both of those jokes as Sitting Bull because white people, that's pretty much the only Indian they know.